Доброго дня.
Good afternoon, this is Media Center Ukraine, Odessa. We continue our work. The second briefing is dedicating to the start of the national recruiting campaign, Gvardia Nastupu, or offensive guards, announced by the Ministry of Internal Affairs. This is the Ukrainian initiative, and that's why the dedicated briefings are held in different regions of Ukraine. We are having with us Denis Lavrenko, head of the Southern Recruitment Center of the National Guard of Ukraine, Roman Mulyava, head of the Department of Social and Humanitarian Support of the Southern Regional Directorate of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine, and Oleh Yakubets, commander of the 3rd Platoon of the 1st Company of the Tsunami Police Battalion. The floor is yours, and please share details about this recruitment campaign. Who will be the first to start? The National Guard will start, if you allow. According to the order of the Office of the President, we started our campaign on the 1st of February in 9 recruitment centers of Odessa Oblast. We have now our representatives there on the spot. We have 2 recruitment centers in Odessa, in 106 Dobrovolskoho Street and 9 Akademika Koroleva Street, recruitment center in Izmail, recruitment center in Chornomorsk, in Podilsk, Belgorod-Dnistrovsky, and Polgrad. What is the aim of this campaign? We have been creating additional units. We will recruit the most motivated citizens to these units, those who will voluntarily come to us saying that they want to defend our state. So there can be no forcible involvement in these units, only voluntary. If a person is interested in joining these units, he or she has to apply to the recruitment center, where our officers will work with these applications, and within a day they will contact the applicant to invite for the interview. So we have such units as Slogan, Burivi, a military unit 3018, the settlement of Hostomel, Kiev Oblast, Rubish unit, in units of Kharkiv's Slogan, Sportan, the Chervona Kalina, this is the Slogan, and the other units, military units. So we can recruit people as conscripts or by signing the contract. If it's within the mobilization, a person should have the military certificate or a temporary military card. Then we address the military commissariat for this person to address there, to form all the documents, and then this person will return to us. So the person should undergo also the medical examination in his or her unit. Good afternoon. My name is Roman Mulyava, Colonel of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine. Our service have been also involved in recruitment for this brigade, our brigade, Stolevy Cordon, Steel Border. We have been represented in 51 recruitment centers. We are looking for volunteers, for motivated volunteers, to serve our unit. I would like to say that we have already started the process. The hero of Ukraine, Valery Paditelь, will be the commander of our unit, who was also among the defenders of Mariupol. He was at the Azovstal, and now he will be the head of this unit. So we are looking for motivated persons, and we are looking for veterans who have been already involved in military activity. And we believe that this will have a positive impact on our campaign. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Oleh Yakubets. I'm representing the National Police Tsunami Battalion. We are also recruiting to our brigade Lut or Rage. This will be an assault brigade on the basis of the National Police of Ukraine. The part of the following units as Regiment of Tsunami, Safari, etc. We're also looking for the most motivated volunteers, those people who want to defend our country and who are capable to do this. All over Ukraine, we have representatives in recruitment centers. We have our officers responsible for these activities. What do we offer? We offer decent salaries. We offer motivated teams who has proved to be effective in different areas in Donetsk, in Kherson, and Kharkiv. Perhaps that's it from my side. So let's get to our questions, and I have my colleague who are not able to be here, who asks what is meant by assault units of the National Police, of the National Guard, and of the State Bodyguard Service. Do you mean the mechanized brigade, similar to those of the armed forces of Ukraine, with a specific number of tanks, artillery, etc.? And the second question, do you also plan to use the former Azov unit, or are you going to expand this to a brigade? As I believe this is the question to the representative of the National Guard. Let's start from the second question. Yes, Azov, it's a regiment of the military unit of Mariupol. That's why we are going to reorganize our staff, and we believe that from the next month we will have Azov Brigade. So we are going to expand this to the brigade. And the second question, what do you mean by assault units? Will they have the heavy military equipment, artillery, etc., including the National Police and the State Bodyguard Service of Ukraine? Thank you very much for your question. I can say that we really use the wording, the assault unit, to reflect the equipment of these units. This assault brigade will receive the modern, the latest equipment, thanks to our partner and our military industrial complex. So it will take around 2-3 months to equipment at the highest possible level for them to be involved in the assault. Even when it comes to the State Bodyguard Service of Ukraine, these units will also have relevant military equipment, and the same for the National Police and the National Guard. Yes. Thank you. The questions from the floor. My name is Ivan Hirzemchuk, the channel number 7 from Odessa. the question is to those who can answer them. Do you envisage training for these volunteers, and what is the period of such training? And the question about the salary, can you share the numbers with us, and during the training and during the service? Thank you. Thank you for your question. Every member or future member of our units will undergo training that will take around 2 months in different areas. We have different areas in our unit, for example, artillery. So the person will be trained to use artillery. And the same is for other areas of our activities. The training will take around 2-3 months. As for the salary, it will be starting from 27,000 hryvnias. And we also say that there will be the bonuses from our president, the award, which will be 30,000 hryvnias more. So during the training, the person will be able to get the basic salary. And as soon as the person gets to the front line, it will get 70,000 more to the amount mentioned. Thank you. Any other questions? I have a question. So these units remind me the territorial defense units. Will these new assault units be based in the regions where people are recruited, or will they be sent according to the needs of the general staff? As I've already mentioned, these will be assault brigades. So they will undergo training, and then they will be based in different locations, but the people will be recruited all over Ukraine and will be used according to the order of the head of the general staff in those places where they will be needed. When you say that this will be a volunteer recruitment, for example, if a person gets a notice, undergoes the medical examination, can this person tell to his or her military commissariat, say that they want to serve in your units? Thank you for your question. We have been cooperating with all military commissariats, namely of the Odessa Oblast. The regional recruitment centers have received an order from us to facilitate the recruitment process for our units. These units already exist. They are military units in Kiev, Kostomel, Kharkiv, Zaporizhzhia, and Azov regiment. So they receive a letter from our units, and they can send citizens to us if they receive a letter from our military base. If a person gets a notice from a military commissariat, is it too late to apply for your unit? No. So this person can be sent to us, and we will send a letter to a military commissariat to undergo medical examination. And the person will be returned to us. So the person should tell to our military commissariat that he wants to serve in your unit. Anatoly Kosin, Media Center, Ukraine, Odessa. I'm not sure that you will be able to answer this question, but how many people do you plan to recruit in Odessa Oblast? And this is the question to all of you. Thank you for the question. As for our unit brigade, Lut, and that has been covering Kherson, Kirovograd, Odessa, and Vinnytsia regions, where we have Tsunami unit. We are going to have Tsunami regiment. And we plan to recruit 1,200 persons for our regiment in Odessa Oblast and the mentioned regions. So 1,200 persons. I cannot tell about the precise number because our unit has been recruiting people all over Ukraine in all recruitment centers, and I would like to emphasize that we are looking for volunteers, and the backbone has been created from the military of the State Bodyguard Service of Ukraine. And so we will have as many people as we want. And we remember the heroic border guards who have been involved in Bakhmut military activities. Yes, they will be the backbone of this unit, which will be named Stalevy Cordon, meaning the steel border. So we are first interested in veterans. And the last question. The general mobilization was announced at the end of February last year. The mobilization is ongoing, as far as I understand. Are there any specifics in the mobilization to your units comparing to the general mobilization that has been taking place for more than 1 year? So, actually, no forced mobilization is enforced by our legislation, but can you just share the details about the mobilization to your units? I would like to repeat once again that we are speaking about voluntary mobilization. And the main difference is that at the basis we use the units of the Ministry of Interior and the services present today. So people can select, perhaps they know their commanders or they have served together. So this is up for the people to decide what units they want to join. Thank you. If there are no other questions, we will finalize our briefing for today. Thank you for finding time to come to us to tell about the initiative. And we will happy to invite you once again. The next briefing will take place at 1 p.m. and it will be dedicated to the copyright and the violation of legislation. In this area, we have found several artists whose works have been stolen. And people earned money using this work without paying any royalties to the artists. So stay tuned.